Hello. Alright, in this video I'm going to be talking about my Ultimate Bag series, and what that is I make these bags that are set up to use for if you are a loom knitter, a needle knitter, crochet, just any type of yarn craft. All of the things, it's made to hold all the tools and supplies. And this bag has been in, well, I started making these bags about this time last year. Actually, it was February of 2014, and they've really come a long way. So I'm going to kind of go over my original design and kind of the reason behind everything and the different sizes and styles you can get, and then go over my latest design. The bags come in two different styles. You can get your messenger bag, or you can get your tote bag. Hope I'm getting this in view. Okay, you can get the messenger or the tote bag, and they come in 4 different standard sizes, but I can make them in any size that you want. And of course, any bag you get can be embellished with rhinestones, patches. It's up to you. The bags all have a logo in them, and there'll be a clear plastic zipper bag. This is the extra small, and of course you got a pocket to hold your scissors. And the extra small is made to fit like one skein of yarn. Most of your 1 pound yarns skeins will fit in here too, or if you use the spools, like 2 spools. But in the bottom of the bag there is a zipper flap, and of course all of them have the stiffer that fits in the very bottom to help it hold its shape. And underneath there you can put your yarn in, or for us loom knitters, you can sit like a loom down there if you want. You zip it up. The yarn comes through these eyelets, and actually my new bags have larger eyelets, but anyway, your yarn comes through that, and everything's underneath. So when you're done with your project, you just sit it in on top. Everything's zipped up underneath, and you can travel with it without everything getting all just messed up and knotted. But one thing, the outside of the bags all have various size holders for your knitting needles, crochet hooks, pins, pencils, loom hooks. The back will have a pocket that is the full length, full size of the back, that to fit patterns or notebooks, stuff like that, iPads. And then the other side will have a pocket that is large enough. Now I do the pocket to fit that whole side, and I sew it up to have extra pencil holders, and it's large enough to fit like a 7-inch tablet in most of the bags. In the smaller bags like this, it's large enough to fit a typical size cell phone. So that is the extra small. This one's just a messenger style. You can get any of them in any size. Oh, and each bag does come with a strap, and all the fixtures I use are metal. You got the swivel toggle hook, the adjustable shoulder strap, and they also come with, that one doesn't have it on it, but most of the bags also come with a key holder. So you can hook your keys to one end of it, hook the other end to your bag, and then your keys are right there. You just unhook it. You don't have to search. You don't have to look for it. They're right there. Next size is the small. As you can see, the small is a good deal larger. And again, we got the logo. We got a plastic bag in there. We got a scissor pocket. This one has a pocket on this side as well. And of course, your zipper flap. The difference is this zipper flap has 3 holes, and you can fit like 3 spools under there. You can fit a couple skeins. You can definitely fit the biggest, bulkiest spool of yarn you can find in there, in the outside. And this one does come with snaps at the top, which I have done some changes. All my snaps are, instead of just hammering them in, now I take and I actually put Gorilla Glue on them before I hammer them in, so they are not going anywhere, because that was a problem I had with some of these old snaps, is after a while just to stress pulling them in and out, and see like this, the plastic bag is actually snapped in. I don't snap these plastic bags in anymore because this plastic will, sometimes it'll tear. But this is the medium, and again, you know, your front you can have done however. You got your holders on one end, the whole back side is a big flap, a big pocket, and you got a pocket on the other side, which is standard with all of them. Now the medium bag, which some of these don't have the straps and stuff on them just because they get in the way. Alright, normal medium bag. This one doesn't have the flap, the piece for the bottom. Let me take this off. And this one, of course, has been embellished with some rhinestones, breast cancer awareness logo. We got snaps. Now these larger ones actually have extra snaps, so you can snap it up different ways. This is how I typically carry mine, by snapping it like this, because usually I will have 2-3 projects, if not even more, in my bag. So when I sit down to use it, I could snap it all up, have the yarn coming out just one side, and it's less likely to get tangled and stuff, because sometimes you got your pockets in here the yarn might want to wrap around, just different things like that. And this one has just one pocket in, it's a snap in. You got your scissor holder. Now for this size, the zipper flap has 6 holes in it, so you can fit 6 skeins, or you could fit 2 spools. You can fit one like massive spool in it, depending on the spools. A lot of them are the skeins, a lot of them are different. And this one actually has a divider, dividing it long ways to help keep everything from getting tangled up. Alright, so there's that one. Now, the extra large. This is one that is fully stocked. This is my personal bag with the latest style that I do. Now, some of the changes I have made. The bags have longer handle straps now, to where you can actually pull this over your shoulder if you want to. And of course, you still have your shoulder strap if you need it even longer. This one is so big, I actually put an extra hook right in the middle. But we will actually, I'll talk about the outside of it first. This side pocket is the full width of the side. You have a holder on each side. You can put extra knitting needles, pens, pencils, just whatever. And this pocket will fit your cell phone, or I've got a 7-inch tablet in there. The back pocket, again, the full size of the back. One thing I have done, let me adjust this a bit. There we go. One thing I've done with the back, and I'll probably keep doing this with future bags, is I put your knitting needle hooks, just a couple of them, down in this back, because I feel that's most out of the way. And then you still have, you know, I have a tablet back here, a notebook, and then here's my back. And then I've also, instead of doing the embroidery for the labels, I'm screen printing it now, and it has, we actually have a .com now, so www.hypnotichysteria.com. This side is probably my favorite change that I have made to these bags, and this is, a lot of this is just due to requests from customers. So this is how I get a lot of these ideas. Of course, I've got a big water bottle holder, and I've got some infused green tea with some blueberries and lemons in it. Inside the pocket, which this pocket, I ordered different snaps. The snaps for the outside pockets are going to be a little different now, so I've started taking that out. But inside that pocket, if I can get it to show it good, is where your holders for your knitting needles, crochet hooks, all that is inside there. So they're kind of out of the way there too. And then you'll have a snap on this outside pocket. If you don't carry water bottles with you, when you go somewhere, if you don't want to hook your keys to the key hook, you can actually take your keys and throw them down in this pocket. You got to snap the top to close it off, and you know, they're not going to fall out, and they're still right where you can get to them easily. Now the inside of this bag, this thing is a huge, huge monstrosity. So this one, I didn't snap in any of my pockets. They're all sewn in. I took this one, I used a different fabric than I had on the outside. but I made a zipper bag with the fabric from the outside, and the zipper bag is long enough to hold. The zipper bag is long enough to hold like the smallest in the long loom set, you know, your crochet hooks, knitting needles, like normal size knitting needles will fit down in there too. And there that is. And again, I've screen printed the company's name on there, www.hypnotichysteria.com, which I love. The screen printing is so fun to do, and it looks so much better. I still have these plastic bags because this is a nice place to hook things to. It's clear so you can see all your little things, and when you got needles and stuff that like to poke through, you know, that's in there. But I'm sewing them in now because it'll last longer. So, you know, you got stitch holders, and I've got toggles, tape measure, just all kinds of stuff down in there. On this side, I do a pocket, which you could use this for your cell phone if you like, or this one, it's big enough. I have knitting needles, circular knitting needles down in it. So there's that. And then I've got a pocket on this side. I'm filling them, I fill these bags with as many pockets as I can. And this pocket goes the full length, but it's stitched just so it holds up. I'll probably start actually putting snaps on these in the future. But this one I've got, you know, business cards down in there. But whatever you feel like putting down in there, you can. And of course, I looked right over it. Hid underneath this, you got your scissor pocket, which, do I have scissors in here or not? Yes, I do. So your scissors are out of sight, out of mind. They're right there, easy access when you need them. And the way the zipper is, I use 2 zippers now to where they meet in the middle. You do not have to run your yarn through the holes in items that you'll be taking out and moving around. But let me open this up and I will show you, because some of the biggest changes we've made that I really like are actually under this flap. So here's the flap. Of course, this one is all packed up. I've got a project I'm working on knitting. This is a custom order I just haven't got to, and then I actually have a scarf I'm working on with knitting needles. Now these super extra large ones, it's actually just a large, but it's the largest one we make. It's the extra large. It has 2 dividers in it this way because it's long enough to fit like a normal skein in it this way. Let me angle my light a little different. Okay. And what's different with these dividers is that the dividers now have pockets in them. This one has pockets big enough to hold like a credit card, debit card, something like that. If you want to just throw it all down in there, which if you want to carry this as a normal purse, under here, if it's not all full, it's a perfect place to put your wallet and, you know, toiletries, wallets, stuff like that, that, you know, us women have to carry around with us from time to time. And they also double really good as diaper bags, especially since I've started adding these pockets on them. But again, any bag you order is 100% customizable. Customizable, I don't even know if that's a real word, but I'm going to use it as a word today. You decide the inside fabric, the outside fabric. Of course, I will help you along the way. I do all the bags that I make. I do recommend them. I can Scotch guard them. I can put this one, I don't know if the camera picks it up, but this one actually has glitter all over it. And the glitter, it's very low rub off, the type of glitter I like to use. This strap was kind of a custom strap because I only have certain collars. This is polypropylene webbing. It has, it's like a 400-pound tensile string, so it's going to rip out of the bag before it rips the strap. But everything is outlined and piping. You got button snaps inside, which are now actually super glued and hammered in. Just trying to think of some other changes. Of course, we're screen printing on them now instead of the stitching, which the screen printing looks a lot more professional and it won't wash off. And, you know, each bag, this one, this was just fabric I found on sale I really liked. And typically what I do is you tell me the fabric you want, the colors you like, and I can help you out with deciding what to get. And of course, prices vary depending on what all you want, the fabric you want to choose, and just everything like that. But when you are done, when I'm done, you'll have a one-of-a-kind custom bag that nobody else will have. These are truly a unique item. I've never seen bags out there like this, other than I used to have a bag that had the flap with the holes in it in the bottom. That was really what I started with, building these bags around. But when I went back to order another one, because the collar I had was just this very dull, plain, like a taupe collar, I think is what you'd call it. And there were some things I wanted to change. I want the shoulder straps longer, the arm straps longer. You know, I wanted different pockets on them. So when I couldn't find them anymore, I decided I would just make my own. And through a lot of help from different knitting groups basically on Facebook, and just advice and requests from my customers, these bags have went from, you know, like this to where they are going to last you a very long time, and they're very versatile. You can use them for any type of craft that you use, which my personal bag, which is this one, I've made I think close to 60 bags since February of 2014, and it's January of 2015 right now. And in that time, I have never made a bag for myself. So the last 2 days of the year, you know, December 30th and 31st, I decided, you know what, I don't want to start the year without making something for myself. And it's so hard for me to sit down and actually put the time and effort into making myself a bag. But I was like, by God, I'm going to do it. Now, some suggestions I have if you're wanting to make your own bag. Some of the fabric, like this is kind of like, it's a fleece, kind of, I think is what you call it. This stuff is very stretchy. So it feels nice. You know, this is Star Wars, which I'm a huge fan, but it may not be as durable. If you can afford it, I say go canvas. I use canvas on the inside. It's called duck cloth that I use on the inside. This bag right here actually has an outdoor canvas on it. This bag's going to last a long time, because you got to think, if you use just regular fabric for the outside, your knitting needles, those sharp little points can poke through eventually. Of course, I'm making the shoulder straps the arm hand holder straps, I don't know what to call them, a whole lot longer. The back pockets are the full size of the back now. The side pocket is the full size of the side. I'm adding a lot more inside pockets, these dividers in the bottom. I am doing a lot more with adding pockets to them. And every bag does have a stiffer, I'm not really sure what the stuff's called, but it's just the material to help keep the bag, the bottom, in one shape. And I usually take, if there's leftover fabric, I like to use the fabric that's used on the outside, or if you use a different color fabric on the inside, like this one, the fabric is this. That's what the fabric is for the stiffer for the bottom of this one. I like using the difference and just bringing it all together, because originally I wasn't using different colors for the pockets on the inside. And once I started doing that, I absolutely love it, because it just brings the bags to a whole new level. And it really makes it pop. Okay, so for those of you who have been asking more information about these bags, there is a link to the custom order thing in the description. There's also a link to my Facebook page, which actually has a picture of almost every single bag I've ever made on there. And it also has options for, you know, Scotch guard, if you want rhinestones added to them. A lot of the rhinestone stuff, we just freehand. Like this one. This bag was actually made out of a pair of pajama pants. I just thought the material was super cute. And of course I did navy and the rhinestones, which I love the rhinestones. I'm going to add, I still haven't done anything with this one yet other than the glitter and the Scotch guard, which I can see I've already gotten something on it. But that is me. That's why I have to Scotch guard everything. I'm super messy. But this truly is the ultimate bag. And if it's not the ultimate bag for you, you tell me what it needs to be and it will be that. Alright, so thank you for watching. The links for everything are in description below, sorry. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, share, follow, all the above, and you can find me on Facebook and Twitter as well. Alright, thank you.